So I'm walking in one of the more gay sections of Sitges as I walk up the street. When I first started, I was at the sea and I'm walking up the street. I don't know the name of the street, but it's a kind of a cool looking street. But I think I'm going to come up on the square in just a moment. And the square is called Judgment Square. And I don't know what it really means, but in my mind, it means that this is where you judge people, because people like to sit in the square and watch people walk by. So it's kind of interesting that way. My favorite restaurant, the restaurant that when Dennis and I came here, we had our first meal at, is on this street also. So this is kind of a special street to me. One, because of the diversity, and then also because of that restaurant, which is kind of funny. If you look ahead, you can see there's a truck there. They tore up all the sidewalk and where people sit yesterday. The day before it was perfectly fine, and yesterday it was torn up. So this is walking into Judgment Square now. As you can see, it's very gay friendly. There's a boys bar. There's a cute little puppy wandering around by himself. There's a place called Parrots, and in the afternoon you can see a lot of people here at Parrots, hanging out here at Parrots. And if you notice, all the chairs are on one side so that people can sit and look. No one has their back to the square. And then down there are you see pride flags, and a couple of gay bars are down there. El Horno, which is not what you think it means. It means the oven. There's a place called Man Bar down there. A place called Industry. At the very end, there's a place called Queens, and there's a Bears Bar down there. So all gay bars, and all gay bars, but most of them are also female friendly as well. So if you had friends, you could bring them to some of those bars as well. Oh, I have two dogs now. So that is like probably one of the more gay streets here. It says this is Plaza de Industria, or Placa de la Industria. But I think I saw somewhere online that this is also called Judgment Square here. So it's a very cool thing. It's very empty right now. At night, when the people start coming out after Siesta, when they start coming out to have dinner and shop and visit and socialize, you'll actually see, even though it's kind of the gay section of town, you'll see a lot of families. And that's one thing I'm really liking about Sitges, is just how family friendly it is. So on the left is my favorite. I'm going to call it my favorite restaurant, because I do like going there. I actually ate a hamburger there yesterday afternoon. It was really good. Everything there is good. I love going there for the chorizo y huevos. It's scrambled eggs. It's called Monroig Cafe. I believe that's Catalan. That is not Spanish. I'm not sure though, but if you look here, they've put all these tiles are new. They were all torn up yesterday. It looked like this yesterday. So the work they're doing is very fast. Here is the lavanderia self-service. So here's where you can do your laundry if you need to. It's really a cool little laundry. Fortunately, all of the flats that we looked at have washing machines, or the place for us to purchase a washing machine. So we will do that. It's very interesting that most apartments, when you rent a flat or a house, they do not come with refrigerators. They do not come with dishwashers. Some of them don't come with a stove, but most of those do. So you are expected to purchase your own refrigerator and dishwasher. So here's the end of the street. So this is the next street. This is actually, I don't know the name of this street either, but this is like one of my favorite streets to walk on. I'll call the first street the gay street. What's really cool about this is there's a lot of cool shops here, and it's interesting, like the shop to my right is closed now, but the shop to my left is open. Now around 4 o'clock tonight, the shop to the right might be open, but the shop to the left will be closed. So you never know what shop is going to be open when. And I kind of find it funny that I've never seen, when Dennis and I were here before and now, I've never seen all of the shops open at once. So it's kind of interesting here. Since we were here in November, I've also noticed quite a few shops that were open are closed now, seemingly permanently. I'm not sure if they're actually closed permanently or if they're just closed for the season, because it is the low season right now. Which reminds me, the hotel that I'm staying at, Hotel Plajador, I booked online, and it is directly on the sea, and it was roughly American $100 a night, which is just an incredible price for what you have. We just passed a cannabis store. Cannabis is actually legal here in Spain, but it's not legal to smoke it outside in the public. So you don't smell cannabis while you're walking, which is nice. You do, however, often smells cigarette smoke, because in Europe in general, I think there's a lot more smoking than there is in the United States at this point. I don't see a lot of vaping. I do still see a lot of smoking. Like the restaurant that we're coming up on, in the afternoons, every table has people sitting in looking out, of course, because everyone likes to look out at the street. And there's often, every table is full and every person is smoking. So when you walk by those areas, you're going to smell it. But it doesn't seem to be as offensive as it is in the US. I don't know why. Maybe because it's a little more common here than it is in the US, so you get used to it, but I'm not sure why. So, just walking along, enjoying the street. You can see a lot of people are starting to come out, or a lot of people are going about their day doing things. Ooh. There's a clock tower. This is the first time I'm seeing the clock tower. As I walk, the clock tower says it's about 11:32. So it's pretty close to being the right time. So breakfast is ending because it's 11:30. It's a really cool clock tower though. Don't you just love all the different architecture here? There's so much cool stuff to look at. Yesterday I actually saw them hanging those ribbons. I'm not sure what they're for, but I think it's going to be for some sort of festival that's coming up. So as you can tell, some of these roads are very, very narrow. This is, they're hanging more of the ribbons. That's what's kind of cool. So even though there's a work truck here, there's barely space to move by. Thanks so much. Because of little Jack Russell Lovers thing. People really like their dogs. I love them. I think just like we humans, Dennis and I are going to have to learn to adjust. I think the dogs are going to have to learn how to relax as well. So even though we live in a neighborhood right now in the US with over 200 dogs, I think it's going to be a challenge for them to learn to relax and just let other dogs be themselves.